Hello and welcome to What's on the Tape, where I take tapes from 40 years ago that we made for our ZX Spectrum and attempt to load and play everything on them now. Okay, so this is this week's tape, so we're going to try and load absolutely everything on here. If we can't, we'll find some other way of doing it. So what we've got on here is this is such a full tape. It's a EMI tape, and it's a C20. I mean, it's unbelievable. Look at this. Look at those colours. Takes you straight back to the 80s, doesn't it? Right back to the 80s. Look, and so I've got a range of computers it works on at the bottom corner there. Straight back to the 80s. That's where we are with those sort of colours. Very positive bolds. Seems to be coming back into fashion. I noticed that recently some certain big suppliers of furniture have been doing very 80s style furniture. It's all back in fashion, peoples. Anyway, so this is the tape we've got for this week, and this one is loaded. Absolutely loaded with things. We have Jet Set Willy, which is an absolute stonker of a game, as we all know. Pyramid, and also a stonker of a game. And I'm looking above me to see whether I can find it. I can't, but I can see one of them. Can I get to it? Don't know if I can get to it and reach up. I'm reaching. No, I can't quite get to it. I can't quite reach it. Anyway, but that's an absolute stonker of a game as well. Got to be careful Trader doesn't fall on my head. Yeah, Pyramid, stonker of a game. Bob's Hamilton, isn't it, from Fantasy Games. We've got Warlock. Don't know what that one is. I have a feeling it's a CRL game. And then this one at the bottom here. Now, I had to Google this. This is a warrior. It's actually based on an African game where you basically move seeds around in a bowl. But when it's got the A, apparently that's when they used gold dust instead. So it's sort of it's a game of skill with very simple concept. Don't know how to do it. I Googled it though, had a little search on the old search engines, and then discovered that certain people don't have the tape for that. So that is technically sort of a half missing in action, but it's not because there's other people who've got it. So I was quite disappointed in the end. I thought we'd found a missing in action game, a game that's never been seen before. Next we've got Harrier Attack by Durell, fantastic game. Ant-Attack by Sandy White, that's the one where he patented Soft Solid, but I don't know whether he did, because to be fair, if he had, we'd probably be owing ID Software or id Software should be owing him a fortune for Doom and a few other games. Pool and Eskimo Eddie, which we're not allowed to say the word Eskimo Eddie, but it's the name of the game, sorry. But yeah, we've got all of these things. Look at the instructions on the bottom here. Take these out to stop the people recording over them. But you can cover the gap with something else. There we go. And there's that fun program on the back that we've never tried. Somebody actually said in the comments they tried it, and it's very much a simple Etch-a-Sketch, which kind of, I mean, looking at it, that probably is right, actually. Let in key, press that, let in key, hit that. Yeah, it's basically left, right, up and down. So it's a basic Etch-a-Sketch, that's what it looks like. So anyway, without further ado, we'll get this into a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to our favourite, which is basic, and load it, or load speech marks. There we go. Push the button. We're going to. This isn't. This. To be fair, it's on the side of one of the most iconic games on the Spectrum. I think personally, it's one of the most iconic ones. Jet Set Willy, a game about. It's a follow-on from Matthew Smith. It's the follow-on from his original game Manic Miner, in which the miner got rich investigating abandoned mines, and then with his newfound wealth, he has a very large party, and his housekeeper, and I'm not sure this housekeeper is his housekeeper. I think this is his Spanish bride, realistically. But Maria won't let him go to bed until he's cleaned up all of the messy glasses and things in the most dangerous mansion ever invented. It is a classic. It's iconic. The cover itself is iconic. You have a picture of Jet Set Willy vomiting
old Mr. Willy, vomiting into a loo with a bottle of champagne in his hand and a butler in the background with somebody spray painting Jet Set Willy all over the wall. He's even got his NCB boots on, which was obviously the National Miners Union, I think it was, wasn't it? Somebody will correct me in the comments. I'm sure it's the National Miners Union at the time. Software Projects released it, and it also came with the most amazing card, which used colours to basically colour code your way into it. It was a 9 by, I don't know how many numbers it is, but 9 by, it went up to R, basically, 0 to 9, so for 10, and then there was 4 colours, and it let you into the game. It's just unreal how complex that system really was, and brilliant at the same time. I bet printing was an absolute nightmare, though. I've got mine in the original box. I've got the original sort of grey sort of front, sort of side down the edge of it with the Software Projects, Jet Set Willy, 48K Spectrum, the little bit of blurb on the back about it, about the copyright and who owns it, from 1983. This is 1983, by the way. And of course, then it's in a blue case, which I think I really like it when they're in the blue case, the original blue cases. They're kind of cool. I like those. So very, 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 very. I mean, so iconic. It's unbelievable. Like, it just, we couldn't have chosen a more iconic game. I gave the tape drive a quick clean beforehand. By the way, I got a head cleaning kit. I've got a few of them actually. I've bought a few. You can still get the modern day ones. You can also get them off eBay. But the one I used there was sent to me by a lovely fella called Daryl. It's held out well. It's probably 3 years down the road actually since he sent it to me. But it's brilliant. It's really helpful. Alcohol-based one as well, so a bit of alcohol on the old sort of reels, and then sort of spin round, so it's non-abrasive, so it keeps the old heads nice and clean without doing any damage. But of course, we you know, if you watch What's in the Wild, you'll see that wild-looking sort of head cleaning tape. That would suggest that one was quite abrasive. It was mechanicalized. It's well worth looking at What's in the Wild. So anyway. What was that? Yeah, Jet Set Willy. But here we are, grid location. See, so we need a grid location to do this. Now, I pulled out my old ZX, my old rubber key specky, because I don't know what buttons they are on the new machine. They didn't put the colours on the top of it, because the colours were the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 0 is black, but we can't do that. Right, okay, what we got? M7. Let me get my... Where's my magnifying glass? I'm needing a magnifying glass. Hang on, I'm getting it. Trying not to knock over my coffee in the process. It's right behind the back of it. Right, M7. 7M. I think it is. Oh, this is what terrible colours they are. I think it's magenta, red, magenta, but I think that could still be magenta. Oh, it's 3 magentas and 1 blue. So 3, 3, 3, 1. Oh no! I pushed the wrong button. 3, 3. Oh no! It's wrong. 3, 3, 3. 1. Enter. Now we're in. The music there. Based on a classical piece of music, and I can't remember what it is. The title music. I think it's "If I Was a Rich Man," wasn't it? It was not this one, but there's another one. If I was a rich man. This one. The most important thing is I actually have seen the end of this game, and I don't really want to spoil it for you all, but I am going to a little bit. Let's just say the picture on the front of the box and where we start and what's at the end there, which by the way is a deadly toilet, is a factor in the whole thing, because obviously he's been drinking excessively all night. So let's just say going to bed doesn't really happen for old Willy himself. Willy Miner. I like the way his hat changes as well. He had a miner's hat in the first game, and now he's got a top hat. Because if I won, lots of money on some kind of national lottery or anything like that, I'd buy a top hat too, and I'd just wear it all the time. Apart from that, he's naked. He's a naked one. Yeah, he's a naked Willy. So in here, the top landing after the bathroom, of course, is the master bedroom, and here she is. And as you get closer and closer, she puts her arm up and says, "No, go! You've not collected all 128 items, or is it 128 items? However many items there are. If you touch her, she hurts you. She hurts you. No, Maria, no, I don't like it." If you jump, she sees you in her eye line. It's brilliant. It's great. It's fantastic. But yeah, this is really good because you could explore further. I don't know how many rooms there were though. I mean, somebody can put that in the comment. That would be really good. But I can't remember how many rooms there are. An old Swiss Army knife there. This room is an interesting room. If you position yourself, and I don't want to cheat really, but if you position yourself there and type right typer. Then you can press number 9 and some keys to skip through the levels. It's a cheat that's built into the game. I guess it was so that Matt could test what levels did what. But you've got to be careful because some of them we just drop to the floor and die. I remember that very vividly as a factor in the whole game. So certainly there. I like this next room here because this is the nightmare room. And you turn into a flying pig. Because why wouldn't you? And also it's full of Maria and feet. Then the feet obviously kill you because that's what you get squished by at the end of the level. So yeah, do you know what? I was never very good at this though. It's a great game, but I was never. And this everybody says this is the hardest room in the whole game. I don't know if it is or isn't, but it's certainly a game that kind of kept me, brilliant. I didn't get it until later life though. I think it was re-released on Ricochet with an Amstrad CPC version. And at which point it was when I got the whole thing. To get through these, you have to jump, otherwise you can't walk through a stair, it goes up them. So it's just left, right, and jump. That's all there is to it. This is the kitchen and the main stairway. The next version, of course, was in outer space. He went to space and they extended the number of levels. Do you know what? For me, it's galling to think that they had this fantastic game to begin with, and then they managed to make it even bigger. I ended up with Jet Set Willy 2 on the Hit Pack 6, I think it was, or Hat Pack 6, or Hit Pack 6. That's how I ended up with that one. And I don't know why cleavers have to be picked up. It's not a bottle of wine, but I guess it's just a clean-up, isn't it? So she wasn't bothered what you were cleaning up as long as you were cleaning. So there's another item collected. I like the way they move at the bottom as well. And the kitchens, we have the kitchens. I'm going to jump along here. The graphics, the sound, the look of the game, it's just, honestly, for me, it's just fantastic. You can only fall so far, by the way. I'm just going to go this way because I'm going to go look at the beach. There's the ramparts the other direction. A lot of people go the ramparts route because you can get a lot of items that way. This cold store, I remember cold store. It reminds me very much of Jet Set Willy, this, and the I think it's the second level. And now we can climb up the ladder, this. And we can go into this one, which is the pool. So you can climb up and go through the pool. The water in this is very clever as well, because you can march down it, but if you jump, apart from getting caught on that, you can step up it. We'll climb up there. We're in the orangery. Just to see rooms in here, by the way, I'm not a brilliant Jet Set Willy, if that's the right terminology. No, I think this is instant death. Watch me fall through the level continually. You've done it. I've done it. We've all done it. The flaw in the game was that if you fell one of these rooms, you just die endlessly. Brilliant. I mean, what a great way to start the whole thing. Jet Set Willy on the Spectrum. You can't think of any. I can't think of anything more exciting than Jet Set Willy on the Spectrum. And it's one of those games that love it or hate it, you've got to admit it's one of those iconic games of the time. And obviously, its creator was renowned for his party lifestyle, and he's still out there. He's still in the community. I think he was at the last Crash and Fusion event, to be fair. So he's still out there. He's still, I assume, still causing havoc and mayhem. I think the last thing I saw was Matthew Smith squirting his Willy with some cologne of some sort. Yeah, because I think it's the people who do the retro game Retro Computers Limited. They've done a perfume called ZX Spectrum. So there you go, or cologne called ZX Spectrum. If you called it a perfume, though, we could have bought it for our other halves and give it to them for Christmas. You see, I'm thinking here out of the box. That would have worked nicely. Anyway, moving on. We're moving on to Pyramid. There's some absolute stonkers on here. Really is some really, really, really brilliant games. I just honestly, this one I love. This one is one that I think it's appeared actually during the last few episodes of this. I think it has appeared already. And that we're talking about episodes. You can watch them in any order you like. It doesn't matter about the episodic elements of it or the seasons. There's nothing that's seasonal about it. It's just the numbers. So you can watch any you like. So feel free to watch them in any order. But anyway. It's just a great game. It's just properly arcadey and plays really, really well. A very simple concept. I like the idea that you could submit your high scores as well, because you've got like a code, and you could submit that back to Fantasy Software, and Fantasy Software would I think put it in the press. I guess it would go on your publishing for your magazines and things like that. So that's where it would end up. But I've got some things to talk about today. I was thinking about it, and it really started first with the fact that my wife is currently watching one of the most Christmassy movies ever, because we're running up to the old Christmas time. The most Christmas movies ever, Die Hard. Now I know there's argument currently, and they've done a survey recently in the Guardian. Don't trust the Guardian clearly. They said that Die Hard wasn't a Christmas movie, but they were at this point interviewing kids of the current generation who probably haven't even seen Die Hard. The whole thing starts with him playing with a teddy bear for his daughter and going to a Christmas party he begrudgingly joins. It's the most Christmassy movie ever. There's guns, there's rocket launchers, there's an RV, there's C4 explosives, there's MP5 rifles. Honestly, I'm not sure how that cannot be a Christmas movie. It goes in the same category, of course, as Rambo First Blood, because that was set Christmas as well. Before you say, no, it wasn't. It was. Look in the police station at the back, there's a Christmas tree. And Cobra. See, Stallone liked Christmas, so he wanted to do that. That's set in Christmas as well, but a very hot Christmas, because, of course, it's LA. So it's nice and warm there for Christmas. But it's Christmas as well. It's exactly the same time. If you look in their police station, funnily enough, there's Christmas trees up. It's a Christmas movies. They shouldn't be Christmas movies. Gremlins, Christmas movie. Definitely a Christmas movie. Can you not? If you tell me Gremlins is a Christmas movie, I won't believe you. There's a lot of Christmas movies out there there's even ones that are designatedly specifically Christmas movies. There is a Finnish movie called Rare Exports. I can highly recommend it if you like a bit of over the top horror stroke Christmas combined. It's a great movie. It's a movie that it's Christmas but not Christmas. It's all good. Next, you see, you'll have the Guardian saying that the Beaster Bunny is not an Easter movie. It's hard for me to say, but they'll be saying that next because the Beaster Bunny. I mean, I've never seen first off a Easter-based horror movie with a gigantic bunny rabbit in it called a Beaster Bunny on Easter. I mean, it's set round Easter. Okay, that it maybe. I mean, I don't really recommend this. It's not one to watch with the family. To be fair, I wouldn't recommend that. But I'll be honest. I think that if there is at least a little bit of attention to the fact that it's a certain time of the year, then it has to happen, doesn't it? It has to be an Easter movie. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the thing about the Beaster Bunny, by the way, is that. Yeah, it's when there's like B movies and they're like slightly crap. The Beaster Bunny is like another alphabet away from being bad. But I'm sure somebody out there will go look it up. The cover's excellent, by the way. The cover art is amazing. It's a bit like playing a Spectrum game, or an Atari 2600 game back in the day. You know, they'd be like, and it's a game with rockets and spaceships and it's big square blocks and whatever else is. Kind of a bit like that. I mean, the fact that I remember it does tell you something about the Beastie Bunny, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's quick bit of coffee before we get into Bob Hamilton's absolute stonking classic, the Pyramid. The Pyramid, of course, has a wonderful story that's attached to it. That basically, this is set in a distant future where there is only one computer game, and I really need to drink a bit of this coffee before we go on, because otherwise I'm going to run out of breath. Hang on. I've drank some coffee. We'll have some coffee. Hang on. Right. Okay. Drank coffee. Good sips of coffee there. Right. So, in the future, the distant future, the Pyramid is the only game that was ever created. Basically, I think they describe it as, I'm going to get the facts a little wrong here, but there's a lovely big long story with it, and it's to sort of justify the whole thing. But basically, 15,000 devs across the entire known universe create the same game simultaneously, and that is the Pyramid. And nobody plays any other game other than the Pyramid. It is the only game in the future. It's like being on Call of Duty 7075 or something like that. So yeah, it's like the only game in the universe, except for the fact that it would be monetized more. So that's the only reason we know this is fictional, because to be fair, there would be downloadable content for this and microtransactions just to shoot your gun. It's true, you know. That's exactly what it would be like if it was left in the hands of the evil corporations, the evil peoples. Right, okay, so the Pyramid, here we go. P to play. So you start the chamber at the top and you work your way all the way to the bottom, and basically the idea is to get to the bottom. It is cool. I can't remember the name of this guy. He's got a specific name. Oh, this is strange. They don't normally get those bits on the screen dropping down. This is not loaded properly, I can tell you now. I like the way he shoots in this little pod, by the way. He has a little shooty thing in his pod. So I've got to wait for the diamonds until they go blue, and then I can drop them over a door like that, and the door will open. My energy is the P in the bottom middle of the screen, power. A is the number of aliens I need to shoot before it releases another. It has actually crashed. Released before it actually, because the graphics are corrupt on there as well. The number of aliens have to shoot before a diamond falls down screen. If the diamond hits an alien when it's white, the alien gets killed. If it drops onto it when it's yellow or blue, diamond gets destroyed. So yeah, the yellow I think destroys the alien, but doesn't destroy. So we've got to keep the aliens out of the way of it while we do it, and we've got to open the doors. So you've got to do green, pink, and then it gets you through to the next one. So we're into the next chamber now. Let's do that. As I say, the graphics have crashed. So we have these are the what they're called. These are the fruit pastels. This level is fruit pastel level. And I've got to shoot certain things there. The score goes down, that's your timer, but it's a massive score anyway, so it's not really worth worrying about. The P is your power. Oh, damn. Oh, yeah, and the diamond explodes when they hit it, so which is really annoying. Yep, diamond explodes when they hit it. I made a nice gap, though, here, so we're all right, fruit pastel-wise. We got that one. Don't know which one opens faster, but we're going to go over one of these, like that. That's green, so that means there's another door to open on that one, so we know what the levels are. Opening the door, so we got green there. Level 3 we're on. Oh, yeah. And if you get hit by it, your energy goes down, but you also the diamond gets destroyed. I love his machine gun, by the way. He's got a little machine gun. It little pumps the laser as he goes along. It's kind of cool. Right. Over this one, pop that in there. We've got to do one more. We can get up to the next level. Fantastic game, this. On the Commodore 64 as well as the Spectrum. I've played it on the channel. If you want to see it, it's on there. And if you get hit, by the way, when you're carrying it, you lose the thing as well. In another chamber, we're ready. Let's see what aliens are in here. Oh, wheels. Right, we need 17 of these guys to do things. I like this. Do you know what? I think this is ripe would you believe, for a modern day indie remake as a roguelike game, and which basically sort of similar to what's it called? Similar to Vampire Survivors, where you sort of accumulate better skills as you go along. It's kind of ripe for that, I feel. The whole moving through levels and doing what I'm doing at the moment, with the platforming elements of it, or the sort of clearing levels to go through it, that's actually a thing in roguelike games right now. So you have a tree of sort of, I guess, success of where you're going to. I can't believe I managed to pull that out of there. I'm doing quite well, actually. Chamber 15. Whoa! Graphical breaks. We don't like ye. Oh, here we go. Damn, couldn't protect it. Damn you. Then she's going down. Right, they stayed over that side of the screen. I like that. You just stay over there. I'm going to pop that on there. That's gone to green. Only 2 more to go. Are they dropping near me? Is that how this works? There we go. Got it. Yeah, we can actually do this. I can't believe how well I'm doing here. This doesn't happen normally. The Commodore 64 version basically hasn't actually improved on it much. I think the graphics are very similar in the styling. Oh, I've got it. We've got it. Very different, very similar styling. I think they get a bit more music and things like that. Usual Commodore 64 improvements. Oh, we got bug-eyed drug users. Very nice. I need 3 more. Oh, no, he's taking... Oh, I got my blooming thing. It's a shame. But, yeah, kind of cool. Very 80s, by the way, the old smiley face. He was a thing, wasn't he? Oh, no. Ah! I was totally trapped there. Couldn't move out of the way. My little space bug thing. I reckon the future was the Wally future, where the AI did everything for us. But actually, to be fair, I don't know if you've seen it recently. There's a massive shortage of computer RAM now. That's a thing. There are even companies who used to make RAM for domestic market who have now stopped making it for the domestic market because of the requirement from artificial intelligence machines and units for additional RAM to be made. Which sounds great in theory, and as a corporate entity, you would probably be delighted with damn you, come on, I can't get these things. I'm dying badly here. Corporate entity would be fantastic. But people also need memory for computers and devices, and I love the way it explodes into death. It just goes beautifully, doesn't it? There we go. I did really well there. Got a good high score, and there's my code to enter. Look, there's the high score. I would have to send that off, and they know my high score code was pretty good. It's actually not a bad little score there. I didn't do too badly with the game. Let's move on. We've got Warlock next. 8 games this week. 8 games. A lot of stuff to see. A lot of things to do. Perfect timing. But yeah, so memory has now become a premium. So that means for everything that requires memory. So we're talking mobile phones. We're talking consoles. We're talking anything that needs memory. So it's going to become a premium. Thus, they're corporately they're going to make us pay more for every device we want that has a little bit of memory or storage of some sort. Which is great news for us. Not at all. So, it's one of those things. But, I've got a thought on this. My thought is, I'm sitting in front of a computer right now that has 128K. And in many of these games we've just looked at, the first 2 we've looked at ran in 48K. Just get better at optimizing your code. Simple, isn't it? Just get better. Make it run better. Make it run more efficiently. Dear Microsoft, stop shoving AI into your stupid operating system. I started up the machine I'm currently recording on is Linux. the device that records the video is Linux based. I've been a Linux user for in excess of 21 years, actually day-to-day daily driver, right? So that was my daily driver for 21 years. It's not perfect, there are quirks, I totally agree with that, but stop arguing about it. If more people use it as a daily driver, those quirks get ironed out, and there'll be less of them. So everybody who's complaining, oh, well, you won't be able to get that working, you're talking through your arse. Basically, you need to actually try it and use it, and I'll be honest, the more people are using it, the more it becomes a daily driver, and the more it's actually an option to use. It's a bit like using a Steam Deck if you've got one of those. Steam Deck works perfectly reasonably well. There are some games that don't work, and they know what doesn't work because of the ecosystem they use. So, stop moaning about it, try it, and I bet you can actually manage it. And there'll be a few quirks, yes, but they will get ironed out as you go, because the more people who use it, the easier it is. So anyway, but the point with that is, it's better optimized code. You can still run Linux on the smallest of machines out there. There are versions of Linux that run on a floppy disk, for God's sake. So it is actually possible to create software that isn't bulk and massive and whatever else it is, and also not attach unwanted AI to it. That is actually also an option. It's good fun, yeah. I'll give it that. Sometimes the videos it creates are quite entertaining, and the pictures it creates are quite entertaining. But genuinely, it will kill you. And here's my justification for it will kill you. You have to know how to use it, otherwise it will. So here's the example I've seen, and it's a beautiful meme, and it's correctly done. It's definitely an adventure game, this one, but we'll get to it in a second. So this is my favourite meme of the whole AI generation. The AI generation, you send it a picture of a mushroom. You know, you've gone out picking mushrooms, and you say, "Is this edible?" And you know, the next thing you are in hospital, and you're saying, "Well, you told me it was edible." "Oh no, you're right." And it does that, by the way. It will do you're right. I asked it to do something with some dates once, and I use it as an assistant. I asked it to do something with date once, and I said it needs to be, say, I think it was the 19th of December. You know, we need to write a little bit of script about the agenda and just tidy it and make it neat. And I usually go through it and re-edit it afterwards, because I've become an editor for some of the bits and pieces. And it didn't get the right date. The 19th of December this year, if you're in 2025, it's Friday. It said it was Thursday. And when I said, "You've got the wrong date, it's the wrong day," it went, "Oh, you're right." Dear God, do not give it control. It has some benefits, but it's a language model at the end of the day. A language and image model, and it's never going to replace human interactions. It can help with some of the interactions, but if I feed back, sometimes I feed back to it if I'm using it a little bit. I feed back what I've actually did with something. I said, "I've done this, and I've edited it like that," and it goes, yeah, that's fine, and still doesn't do it next time round. So it doesn't learn, really. It's just language model for language model's sake. Plus other people are piling stuff into it. But the point about that is, though, we don't need the memory. We need better programs. Write better programs. You won't need the memory. You won't need the space, so you won't need the hard drives. So yeah, back to 128K. Brace yourselves, developers. It's going to have to work in 8 gig. Going to have to. Otherwise, it's just not going to happen. So, right, okay, they might have endless money, but we don't as consumers. And also, I also feel anybody who's got Windows 10 and can't upgrade to Windows 11, go have a look for a depends on what you're trying to do, but go for a look for a Linux distro to do it. Linux Mint is particularly good. It's good for very basic, very much like Windows, and it works very nicely. You can use any of the distros there. Try one, see what you think. That's the answer. And yeah, it's fun. Right, okay, you're about to enter the vast and complex labyrinth that lies beneath the awesome crags of Firetop Mountain. Oh, it's the Warlock of Firetop Mountain, the one that came from the Fighting Fantasy books, where you had to push. You went to a thing and it says, if you wish to turn left, go to page 130. If you want to turn right, go to page 203. And you could. This is the game that did that. This actually existed, and I think it came with the book as well. So it's the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. That's kind of cool. So basically, we got through the labyrinths, and we got to kill the Warlock itself, created by the evil Warlock. Grace Player prevent you return to service. Oh, so you got to return to service. Service. Hey, service has been resumed. We got return to the surface. We got a trusty bow, trusty sword, and many adventures ahead of you. Right, cool. How's this going to work? Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of controls. Face left, right. Wow. Okay, that's a lot of buttons. ZX. Left and right. Draw and sheathed sword. That's a lot. That's a lot of buttons. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a picture of it. And this is the beauty of modern day technology. Beauty of it. Take a picture. I'm gonna take a picture of the screen so I can see what buttons are what. It's good that it's giving me the keys, but that's a lot of blooming keys. I'm gonna open that up on there. Right. Okay. Face left, right. Face in the direction of motion. Right. Okay. Spacebar. General advice: fire arrows and sword. Act in the direction you're facing. Yep. Entering. Blah 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 blah. Right. Hall of Fame. 5 miles out. Moonlight shadow. Right. Okay. Play. Please wait. Okay. So. Whoa. It goes fast. I can't open that. We're in this labyrinth. I actually expected this to be graphical. You know, sort of a graphic text adventure, but it's not. How do I open a door? Is there a button for opening doors? I didn't see a button for opening doors, but there probably was one. Let's see. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Was there a button for opening doors? Open door. There was. Oh. We've opened the door. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be this, actually. Be honest. I haven't killed anything either. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. He's going nuts. What the hell? D to draw sword. I'm dead. You scored 0. No. Yeah. Is it basic? No, it's not basic. I tried to break it. It didn't break. Well, it's randomised, though. Blooming fast, though. D to draw sword. B for bow. What's bow? What's bow? What's bow? Hang on. Push a button for bow. S to draw sword. Oh, God, my wiggly sword going, look. What's to draw the bow? Center on man and screen. No, I don't need to do that. A to fire. A phaser. There we go. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, it's not great. I think you'd be very disappointed. The book was definitely better. Yeah, book was definitely better, peoples. There's a key. I've collected a key. Yeah, I think you found if you had the book, you'd have been like, "Yep, this is awesome." This is not awesome. This is really. Yeah, I don't normally say that about games, but I don't think the fact that most of it's empty, and it's clearly randomized as well, so that you go into it different ways. Yeah, it's not great. Open. Ta-da! When you open it, you can see what's in them. You don't actually have to be in. That's brilliant. So there's no reason to open certain doors. Yeah, okay. Open. I want to kill something. Is there something to kill? I've got nothing to kill so far. All right, okay. We're just circling around in. So fast. So fast. I think I'm right back at the start again here now. Here we go. Nope. Oh no. Straight back down again. This is not going well, people. This is not going well. To be fair, my first one was Death Trap Dungeon. That was my first fighting fantasy book. I don't have my original copy of it, sadly, but I have got a copy, but not original copy, as I say. So I think I'm back in. Strange. There's a dude there. How do I get to him? There's a dude. Swinging with the... Did I get him? I got him and I got some wounds. My God, this is mind-numbing. He just runs so fast as well. I feel so sorry for them creating this back in the day. Oh... you can see the effort that's gone into it to try and make it, but it falls down on so many elements. There's just nothing to do, and when you do find something to do, you what's the buttons? One key, paused. I'm trying to. Oh, you can just face directions with the button. Oh, yeah. We're moving on. That's so terribly tragic. It really is. So, this next one is the one that I thought was something special, but it's not on Spectrum Computing, the website, spectrumcomputing.com, I think it is, or is it .co.uk? Either one, anyway. They haven't got it on there, but it is on World Spectrum and a few others, so it isn't as rare as I thought it was going to be. But this was played with gold dust when it was this version of it. It starts with an O if it's played with seeds and bowls. So I'm not entirely sure how to play it. I have a rough idea about moving things around in the bowls, basically. But I have very rough thoughts on how it works. But yeah, this is apparently that game. It's going to be basic because it's just loading in a wanna. So we're going to have a basic game here. But it'll be fine. It'll be good. It'll be good. Coffee time. Sorry. Still not got that sponsorship there, though. That sweet sponsorship. Yeah, this is definitely the one that I've seen on other things. Understanding Limited. I thought for a minute there I'd managed to get one of those fantastic sort of missing in action rare titles that exist. Because there was, there must. I've said this before. There's about 17,000 plus games on the Spectrum, not including the software. And I think. Computers play second. That's fine. So I basically have to move them home. So you have to move yours home to the one that's there. I don't know how much you've got. So can I do one? Right. So I've moved one across. Yeah. So he's moved 6 into his home. So if I move my 6, can I get them home? I don't how it's like. Imagine those bowls of things. You've got to move them forward. I don't know how it works, but basically you're moving them along. And 4. Yeah. I don't know how he's piling them in there. I think if I've got 0, do I push 1? Can I put 1? Invalid move. 5. But if you played with some gold, obviously I don't understand quite the concept, but it's about putting things into a certain ones, moves them along. So I've got 5 in mine. He's moving 10. You lose 21 to 5. There we go. Show all moves? Nah. Another game. Yeah, I think we can move on, don't you? Safely. But yeah, I was quite excited about this. I thought we'd found that, as I say, one of those magical missing in actions. There's about 25,000 bits of software for the Spectrum in total, roughly. There's that many. This will be a nice, lovely program there. Understanding software. Shackleton and Steve. Stevens. With Steve. Good old Steve. Right, load it. Let's see what else we got on here. What else we got? We got Harrier Attack. Oh, classic. Jarrell Software still exists to this day. Went into making making insurance software. They did Jarrell. They were already doing it, by the way. The games were a sub-element of it. And do you know what, though? The worst part is, these are the people who kind of inspired the entire Grand Theft Auto element. You know, the Turbo Esprit was almost the blueprint for the first Grand Theft Auto games, followed by... I mean, they even admit to that. You can Google it and you can find it yourself, or search for it yourself and find it. But you can find the fact that these people actually... They used it as the blueprint. The blooming blueprint for Grand Theft Auto was Turbo Esprit. And Jarrell Software, you know, Jarrell, yeah, missed out there. Mr. Richardson, love that. Those planes are so cool. The vertical takeoff of the Harrier jump jet is just a fantastic thing. It's a wonderful looking plane. Such a thing, you know, you didn't need a long carrier with a long runway on the ocean to get them on and off. You just could have a smaller carrier and just go up, and you don't need a short of area to land these things. Just fantastic. The US made them as well, didn't they? They made a version of it. I'm sure it's called the Ace something or other. Very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. Right, I'm drinking my coffee. Drinking my coffee, and I forgot how quickly it's loaded. It was 16K, if I remember rightly. Had the Harrier jump jets in that pose at the beginning on the cover. Released with Amsoft for the Amstrad CPC as part of the 10-pack of games that they gave with it. I mean, what a classic to give away. I'm really into this coffee today. Right, let's... I'm just pouring it all over myself. Pouring myself with coffee all over. Coffee everywhere. Anyway... Let's get away from that image. Right, I think it's cursor keys. He says, pushing all the cursor keys and not launching. Come on. What are the keys? Have we crashed? The water's not even moving. What's going on? What are the keys? Oh, blown up. I found a button. It wasn't the right button. 5. It's definitely working. I just need to work out what the button is to go up. That's the one. That's up. That's slow down. What's up and down? That's fire bomb. Speed up and down. That's up and down. And then... Alright, okay, I've got it. Right, okay, we have got the keys. That's great spelling in my name. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Up we go. Up. That's up. Yeah, that's speed. Right, that's missile, and that's bomb. Or missile. Let's get some speed up here. Let's fly into the clouds. So, basically, we're a Harrier jump jet. And we're doing a raid on the land. I don't remember whether or not there was any real points, but any real the missile track, by the way, when you do it. Whether or not what the general score was, it was just a Harrier attack being on a run for these guys fire at you. Yeah. Oh no, don't hit me. And we got a tank. That's flak in the sky there. It's a good game. It really is. Honestly, it's still. I think it still holds up. I think it still plays well. I want to hit one of these. There we go. Got him. Boom. And you just do the run across as you go. I'm doing quite well, actually, here. Yes, got something. Oh, got the plane. Yeah, I got some other stuff. And he's moved out the way. Oh, you got me finally. I knew what was going to happen eventually. You got a limited number of rockets, by the way, at the bottom of the screen there. So you got a limited number. Let's get my initials in here properly. Enter. Right, okay. Let's do it again. I enjoyed that. It was good. It's good fun. Let's do it one more. Let's get a bit more speed up. Let's go in. Afterburners hot. I don't think there's afterburners in it. Just should we do the song? Would you know? Highway to the danger zone. No? Maybe? Next time? I'm more Goose than I am Maverick, I'll be honest. Oh, what was his son? It was Rooster, wasn't it? It was in the second movie. It was Rooster was Goose's son. Yeah, Rooster. There's a third movie coming though. They're doing a third because it was so popular. It's a bit like the F1 movie. It's just good old 80s fashion. You know, the style we used to have back in the day. It's your diehards. It's hero saves the day, gunning down all the bad guys at the same time. It's that kind of thing. It's all macho, sort of movie making, heroic stuff. And not to say there wasn't heroines back in the day. Take Sigourney Weaver in Alien. She was the heroine of that one. So it does happen. It does exist. It definitely does. Here we go. Get him. Yes, got him. I really want to make it to the end. I don't think in all the time I've ever played this game have I ever made it to the end, and I just did it again. I literally flew into that missile. I knew what was going on as well, and I'm like, flew into it. Oh, I got my name in. Oh, look at that. Good 12 hits that time round, though. We're getting better. One more, peoples. One more. Could have one more. I'm enjoying it too much. Right, okay, here we go. Right. Let's get us up to speed here. Let's go fast. Let's feel the wind in our hair. I watched the new Tron movie recently. I don't know if you've not seen it. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I didn't dislike it as much as the critics did. The critics really hated it. There are some pretty bland performances from some, but the graphics were nice. I mean, but you'd expect nothing less in 2025 for graphics, wouldn't you? You'd expect them to be pretty good. Or I'd expect them to be pretty good. Me concentrating there. Sorry about that. Just lost focus on what I was doing. Yeah. Here we go. Bomb him. I need to hit something else. Please let me hit something else. There, we'll have that. Yeah. Oh, nearly hit me. Yeah, shut down a plane. Excellent. Let's see if we can bomb that. Don't like going into the clouds. Oh, let's go. We're going very fast. I don't mind going fast. It's good. I got another one. Got another one. Got another one. Oh, this is the town. I've got to the town. I don't think I've ever got that far. It's cool. There's a town that I've got to destroy. Look at that. Just flying in. I don't think I've ever got that far before. I got 15 hits, but less score, because I guess I took out less things that were important along the way. Never mind. Let's move on. Let's see what else we've got on here. There's some good stuff on here. This week's been a blast. I like these things. It's great fun. Right, what we've got, Ant Attack. This is Sandy White's masterpiece. He went on then to make another game. So he had the AA of Ant Attack, and he also had the fantastic Zombie, which I've never played on the channel. I really should. I don't even know what it looks like. I think it appeared once, and I managed to get a copy of it. There's even 2 covers for that as a variant of that particular game. I think it was released by Quicksilver. This it's a hark back to the gloriousness of B movies. I mean, I know we talked about B movies earlier with the Beaster Bunny, but it's a hark back to those glorious B movies, those black and whites that we had to watch because there wasn't anything else. We even watched. What was the name of that guy? Oh, I can't remember his name. He used to hang from the clock at the beginning of it. It was in black and white, and I think it was silent. It was. Oh, what was his name? That's going to annoy me now. You'll know it. Back in the day, it wasn't sort of Charlie Chaplin. We're talking like after that, there was a kind of a Harold Lloyd. There you go. That's really digging my brain. I can't even remember who Harold Lloyd is. That's what I remember. Harold Lloyd. Harold. That would be on the telly in the back in the day. Harold Lloyd. That's the one who's hanging from the clock. An American actor, comedian, stunt performer, played in many silent films. Yeah, we used to watch Harold Lloyd back in the day. I can't even believe I remembered that. Did he do a lot of silent short films? They were all short ones as well. I'm sure there was like a song that went at the beginning of it as well. Apparently, I've just Googled it, by the way. Apparently, he was quite into nude photography. And that's what he used to do. I'm not sure where it just says nude photography. I'm not sure where that comes from, though. Just a random thing about Harold Lloyd. Where is it? Appeared in several TV shows, filmed, blah, blah, blah. He took photos of Marilyn Monroe lounging in the pool in her bathing suit, which were published after her death. My God. Wow. And in 2004, Suzanne, Harold Lloyd's granddaughter, produced Harold Lloyd's Hollywood nudes in 3D. My God, I didn't even know. This is very exciting. But don't Google it. You're not allowed to in the UK, so we can't click on that. There'll be a paywall against that one. But yeah, apparently that was a thing, and that's the one I remember. Harold Lloyd's crazy movie where he would hang when he was hanging from the clock. I probably did that for real, you know. He was probably hanging off the edge of a building for real. Yes. Well, there we go then. That completely... Don't know where that came from. This doesn't look like Sandy White's Ant Attack. Do you know why? There's no loading screen. It's just a loading program. Is this a different Ant Attack? This is very interesting. I love it when we get things like this. But B movies were a thing. It came from the desert. Do you remember that on the Amiga? That was great. That was a sort of a B movie thing. We loved B movies. Do you know what we loved was cool stories. That's what we love. We love cool stories, entertaining things, and no political rhetoric attached to it. None of it. We don't like that. We don't want political bias or whatever. You just want a good story, and they come from everywhere. The comic book world is where they pull a lot of it from nowadays, and then they say that it isn't. From comic books, but it is from comic books. They built a lot of movies around that. There are some really good writers out there who, of course, write stories they want to write, which is really cool. Have you seen? I can't believe this, right? I honestly, step back, sit down. I hope you're sitting in a stationary position right now. It is Sandy White's. I thought, how did that load just like that? I thought there was this loading screen. That's so weird. Right, okay. Yeah, have you seen the I'm gonna be well, I'll be the boy, because I am a boy. I don't know what the controls are. We've basically got to get into the city and save the other person. So you can be a boy or a girl, and when you're ready, you can save them. Now, what's the keys? There's one to walk forward. That's to jump. That's jump. That's shoot. Right, what's walk forward? There's one that changes views. Have another go. Yeah. That's jump, shoot. That's shoot again. What's the keys? What are the keys? That's change view. Yeah, got that. There's another view change somewhere. There's another view change. There's another view change. Ah! Shift. I've got the moves. I have the moves. We have the power. Now we just need to move forward. What's the move forward? I'm going to look it up. It'll take ages to find it. They're all over the keyboard. So let's find anti-attack. I could have sworn anti-attack didn't load just as a program thing. Anti-attack. Anti-attack. Yes, that's the one. Anti-attack. ZX Spectrum. Alright, we'll get there. We're getting there. We're almost there. Brace yourselves. Microdrive cartridges. What's that got to do with anything? There's a microdrive cartridge thing here. Don't know what that has got to do with anything. Known errors. A slight error on the microdrive cartridge. Okay, fair enough. I understand that. Tapes. Let's find the instructions. Where's the instructions? Zombie. Yeah, I've heard of that as well. Zombie. Here's the controls. Come on. There we are. We have the controls. All the angles are OP, symbol, shift. Yeah, I'd never cared about those angles particularly. M and shift. And symbol shift. Now left and right. Yeah, okay. Forwards is V. That's cool. F is throw grenade. And what's jump? That's throw grenade. Okay. So basically a little flashing scanner gets you space. What's the jump? What's jump? Jump. Jump is C. Right, okay. Yep, good shot. We can kill the ants. I should have got moving a bit faster. So when you save them, because they're all tied up, which kind of makes sense. And and then you've got it. And I get bitten. After we've all been through, I've killed her. Have another go. Yeah, please. Let's do it. Let's have another go. So let's do this quickly, because I can probably get here quick. We could get the first one. This is really quick, you see. Run over here. My hero, right, and then she follows you, and you just have to jump out. But she goes a bit slower, or he goes a bit slower if you're the boy. And they take a little bit more time. But once you make it out of the city, congratulations, you've escaped the ant-attack city, which is kind of cool, actually. I'll be honest, it's very, very cool. In fact, it's a very cool game, without a doubt. It's a very cool game. Keys are a bit naff, but other than that, right. So you got to use the scanner. You see, there's a scanner there, and it flashes. It goes green. Look, see, like that. And now they hide them in a better place in the map. Rescued one, you see. I know. I think the other one. There's the other one. Ah, she's there. We'll go rescue her now. And she'll follow me. And then we can move her like this. We're back in the day, though. These graphics, bloomin' heck, it's amazing. I mean, in theory, with graphics like this, Sandy should be a billionaire. Because if that license is true, the solid soft thing that he licensed, I could have sued everybody, couldn't he? Correctly so. You silly, you blew yourself up. I'm an idiot. That's it. Have another go, and you start again. But she's moved. Two rescued. I'm allowed to have another go when I'm an idiot. Apparently, I'm gonna go. It's such a cool effect, though. Look at it. Giving the illusion of no, so not here then, not up on that, not up there. Going green this way, right? Okay, it's hot or cold. You see, it goes green the scanner as you run towards the direction that they're on. Green, not going green. Green. Look at the ants, they're cool. Gigantic psychopathic ants. Boom. Got bitten. I've only got so many bites and then I die. She's had bites as well. I've got bites. They've got bites. It's all good. Must be over here somewhere. Up the top of here. There she is. She's on top of the pyramid. Not apt because we played Pyramid. Do 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 do. Yeah, follow me then. Come on. Follow me. Oh, we're getting surrounded by ants. We are surrounded by ants. They got me. Come on, let's go. Oh, I'm too far behind. You've got to go slowly with them. I forgot that. I've been bitten. She's here. Oh, God. Got one. I think I can do throw shorter, can I? I don't know how to throw shorter. Those little crosses, look. Yeah, cool. Come on, see if we can get out. We'll see if we can get out with this one. Nope, I've gone the wrong way. Come this way. Let's go this way. It's very cool. What a cool concept this was. This should have been an absolute. I mean, it will have been back in the day, but this should have been a an absolute winner, and it will have been, without a doubt. This was a winner. It's just so amazing that these sort of graphics existed back in the day. I'm going to centre it, and I've gone past the entrance. I have gone too far. I have gone too far. I think we're here. Nope, I'm not here. Don't know where the exit is. I thought it would be along here, but it doesn't seem to be. Maybe it's this way. Maybe it's this way. Paralysed an ant stood on its head, basically. If you stand on the heads enough, you can paralyse them. Maybe it's round. You were eaten alive. I've been scoffed. I've been done. That's a good one, that one. Very good indeed. Right, we have 2 more to go. One is Pool and one is Eddie Eskimo. So we'll go with that one. It's got a cool cover, that one, actually, Eddie's. It's they got the one by Bob Wakeland. It's pretty special, actually, I'll be honest. It's been a fun episode, this one. I've enjoyed it. I mean, we've had such good games here. We've had Jet Set Willy, the classic. We've had Pyramid. We've had Warlock of Firetop Mountain. We've had Wawawi. I can't pronounce it. It's probably terrible pronunciation. Harrier Attack from Durell, Ant Attack there from Sandy White, and then we've got Pool, which will probably be. I don't know why they keep loading such quick, easy things. We haven't had many loading screens this week. It's not been a loading screen week, to be honest. It's not been one that we can enjoy. But anyway, yeah, what I was going to say was. So did you see the interesting news recently? So instead of coming to me for me to work for them, Netflix went and bought Warner Brothers for $86 billion. I'm quite disappointed because they could have had me for at least, $87 billion. I'd have gone a little bit cheaper, and they'd have had content for at least 3 episodes a week. I think I could have stretched to that if they'd been available, So, but they went with Warner Brothers and bought DC Comics in the process, and the rights to the Minecraft movies. I mean, seriously, come on, Netflix. You had the chance. I was here waiting for you. I was waiting the whole time for you to do. I haven't read the instructions there. I'm going to be completely stuffed. I should have pushed any. I should have read the instructions. Press any key to play. Yeah, okay. I'll press the key. Press the key. There we go. Move the balls around. A S L to use speed control. Enter fire. Right. Okay. I can do that. 1, The Entertainer. That's the tune. The Entertainer. But yeah, I can't believe it. Can you? Can you believe that? I like this one, by the way. We've played this one before. So you basically position it by going around the cushions like that. So you go like that. And then you go your speed, how much power you want to give it. And I'm going to give it full built. And then you push the button, and I forgot, it's behind it you put it, not in front of it. It's where you're pointing at, not where you're pointing in to. So instead of pointing, I should have done this and said, I want to go here, and then push the button. Boom! Lovely. Lush. Right, okay, that's not helped at all, but we will give it a go. We'll see if we can do some trick shots here. Let's do this. Boom! We have not hit anything in. We'll go around here. I am determined to get one. Boom. Nope, not the right angle there either. Do you remember Arcade Pool from Team 17? Fantastic game. Team 17, of course, still independent as such. They're I think they made 40 million last year, so it makes them a small independent, but they're still there. They're still out there. They're still making games to this day. They've re-released a variation of what was it called? The one of their original classics, the Project X, which was the shoot 'em up they had. That exists today. Honestly, still here. I can't believe I just did that. So they still exist, and of course they made Arcade Pool, which was phenomenal, a fantastic pool game. Here, boom, yay, one down. I'm gonna go the Reds. Yay, 30 points. So pretty good, but yeah, they're still here. They're still doing things. They're still making games to this day, which is really cool, if you ask me. And I thought that was going to go in by pure fluke. I didn't angle that properly at all. Should have angled it at the walls. I kind of like the concept of this one though. The angling is quite cool. I'm just whacking things around here for no good reason. I'm rubbish at it. But yeah, the Arcade Pool was really good. I think they put it on the Evercade, didn't they? I think they also put it onto the A500 Mini, which is kind of cool. So they put them on those as well. So yeah, it was all right. It was not bad at all. Right, here we go. We're going for it. It's Eddie time. The Bob Wakeland cover. This might be one of the first ones with a loading screen. We didn't have one. We had one for Pyramid, which was sort of like just lines across the screen. We didn't have one for... We had one for Jet Set Willy, which again was just a box and floating in the middle screen. We did have one for Harrier Attack. Harrier Attack had a nice loading screen. I used to love loading screens. They're one of my favourite things. I found one of the older What's on tapes, can't remember the episode particularly, but one of the What's on tapes, we just found a loading thing where somebody created screens and you could save the screen back in the day, and they just had literally a selection of their loading screens. It was really quite cool. It's a cool episode, and it was cool. It was a cool thing to see those loading screens. I used to create loading screens, save them to tape as well back in the day. Kind of miss the fact that my the thing is, you don't know. When you're a kid, you're not bright. You want the latest and greatest in computers and hardware and things like that. You don't realise that when you get a bit older, that you're going to go look back and go, I really loved playing on my ZX Spectrum. There's a real nostalgia to that thing. I still find this now while I'm playing this. I really love just playing on my ZX Spectrum. There's a simplicity to it, but there isn't. Some of the games are really complex, like we played Flight Sim one a couple of weeks ago. That was really, really complex. And then there's other games. I mean, even that Warlock Firetop Mountain we played earlier there, the complexity there was there, just wasn't particularly well implemented. So I mean, it is gameplay is king. I played an indie game recently called Unto the Deepest Depths, and it reminded me so much of Chaos and also chess at the same time. The way that the characters evolve or are promoted within the game allows them to do chess moves, so they can move 2 squares and then strike. So that was the basic premise of it: 2 squares and then move, or 3 squares and then move. You can move in diagonals, you can move in around yourself in one space in this, or left, right, and up and down. And there was some cleverness to that. So you, for instance, if you chose the mage character, you could move up, down, left, and right. But the attack was a ring of fire that was around you and around the area, which could kill more enemies than, say, somebody who was an archer, but they had more maneuverability. Very clever stuff. Chaos itself is an amazing game. It is a fantastic game, re-released by Firebird on their budget range. Later, it wasn't the white labels. It was later. It was the other ones. I actually spent an awful lot of money on one of those copies of that many years ago, and I don't regret it. But I got into one of them stupid bidding wars on eBay, and something that should have gone for 35 quid went for nearly 70 quid. Yes, I know. I spent £70 on blooming Chaos. I feel a little, considering a little bit later. Recently I bought a bundle with Rebel Star 1, 2, and the one that came on the tape, plus something else Rebel Star related. Can't remember what it was. Oh dear, can't remember. And I bought that for about £15. And you go, hang on a minute, they're just as good games wise as these other ones. So yeah, the market can fluctuate up and down, but yeah, never get into bidding wars on eBay. Possibly, maybe not alcohol fueled, but you know what I mean. Could have easily been that kind of thing. So yeah, it's good. Right, play the game. I'm gonna see if I can work out the keys. Popcorn. That's left and right. What's up and down? What's up and down? That's up. Is that down? And I'm going to see if I can find out what down is. So basically, I have to get to the other side and escort the penguin back. It's like really bad. And he's really slow. I forgot how bloody slow he is. Oh God. We are going to. And by the way, I love the animations of the polar bears. Look at his little smiley face. Oh, isn't he cute? No, he's not cute when he's dying though. He's an idiot. That's no good at all. We're gonna do it again. It's very slow moving though. It's probably all them furs he's got, all them polar bear furs that he's got on his body. No. Wait, the timing. How ridiculous is that? Right, come on. We're gonna do it. I need to do it because then it becomes another game, doesn't it? It's the Pengu or whatever else it is. Oh God, no! Stop it! This is I remember this from last time I played this. It's really, really horrendous. There was lots of stupidity by me. I'm stupid boy. Come on, stupid boy. I honestly, there's no real good way of crossing this blooming place. The tundra is my death. Right, I've got him. Yeah, he can't get killed, which is the good news. You're showing. I've played this so many times. Piddles me off every single time. I forget this part is so horrendous. It's like the first part of Mr. Wimpy. Utterly ridiculous and unnecessary. And I hate it every time. And this is just the same. Stupid polar bear! Oh, blooming polar bear. The graphics are nice on the polar bears, though. I hate that polar bear. It's like my hatred of pandas. They honestly, any creature doesn't know how to reproduce, or only does it every 4 years, probably deserves to be extinct at this point. No polar... Sugar would have been killed by the polar bear if I hadn't been killed by that. Right, and one more go. Well, maybe one more go, but we'll give it a try. That's ridiculous! And we'll keep going. And there we go. Let's go. Sugar. Maybe we'll do it. Yeah, the pandas are not my favourite animal. I think they're very overrated. Plus, they'll rip your head off if they get a chance. You know what I mean? They're not a nice bear. They're not. I don't think any bear's nice, realistically. But they'd rip your head off and eat you. And they're not picky. Stop idolising pandas. They only look cute when they're little. There we go. Cross the road. Sugar, what were you thinking there? What were you thinking? How were you going to outrun that? What was I thinking? It's never going to happen. Right, okay, to the top. We will get this blooming penguin. It will be mine. This penguin will be mine. Right, okay. Right, I'm going this way. I'm going this way this time round. Sugar. You bounce back. Because this, by the way, is exactly how ice floors work. They bounce across the level like crazy. We've done it! Oh, what? I've got to do it again? I don't want to do it again. How many penguins do we have to save? There's a number of my lives or something. Is that how it works? Is it the same as my number of my lives? I should have gone from this side before. Hang on. No. Blooming penguins. Look, if I smash into this a couple of times, I have saved one penguin, right? I don't care. I'm just going to bash into this. Clearly, I've got to move on. I'm going to move on. I don't care. Keep going. Do I just die here? Come on. I must get to the next stage if I just die. I'm just smashing this across the level. Right. I must get to the next level. Oh, I'm so cheated. I am so cheated. We've got to get all the way across the road. I'm not playing on. I'm not playing. I'm taking my game home now. That's it. Spectrum's going off. I've had enough. You can all leave. Being a bad loser on this one. Just stop it, Eddie. What's the demo do? Let's see what the demo does. If the demo goes across and gets it, I'll be utterly annoyed. Hang on. The demo lets you quit? What? Oh, you get to keep playing until the time runs out. I should have realised. That was the reason why. Yeah, I need to let the time run out. So I was allowed to do as many as I like. And then you become the penguin, and you have to crush the snow bees. So it's basically Pengu, I think it is. Penguin? Pengu? One of the two, anyways. One of the two. See, one's the German one with the plasticine, and the other one's the game from the arcade. I remember getting this with PC format back in the day. It came on my first magazine, so I was delighted with it. It was in CGA graphics, all those pinks and cyans and blacks and whites. It was very, very cool. Just as good as Spectrum, to be honest with you, ultimately. Anyway, I've been your host, RealGenericDemon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. There are plenty more of these on the channel. Feel free to have a little look and explore. Go look at them and look at what's in the wild. That's the latest one I've been doing, the latest season. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye now.